Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to be in this range, hasn't really broken out yet. There's no evidence that the overall correction that started around the 13th, 14th of March is complete. So I expect this to extend a little bit as per the yellow ABC structure. That's been my perspective for roughly a week, and it's currently being followed. That is the view that would mean in this particular scenario, the orange support zone highlighted here between 50,745 and 61,818 will be tested again, or should be tested again. That B wave, however, is likely not complete yet. This would be the preferred scenario, and once the wave 4 is completed, but it should take another C wave to the downside, at least in the preferred scenario. As soon as this is done, we should see a fifth wave to the upside, which could take us into the 80 to 100K region. Yeah. In the alternative perspective, wave 4 is already complete, which is absolutely possible because our support zone was reached already. It was tested already. It is always the case that once these support levels or ranges are reached, the price can technically turn around at any time. And that is what you need to be ready for. That's why we have these boxes on the chart. On the daily time frame, this is a relevant one. Before end of January, early February, we had this one, which also did lead to a reversal. It is preferred, however, that this price obviously extends the correction. Yeah, it just has to do with the lower degree, lower time frame structures, that it is not very likely. It's not unlikely, but it's not very likely that a low is already in. Okay, so let's go to the smaller time frame. Just want to get everybody to the same page. And obviously, before we do that, the idea is that this next move up would be a wave 5 of 3. Again, it can take us to 80 to 100K. Then we should get a wave 4 and a wave 5 and another 4 or 5 possibly. And that can take us to 125K, maybe even a bit more. Looking at the shorter time frame then, there is not really any change to the last video. However, we're going to zoom in to the detailed wave structure up there. So just here, you can see it on the 1 hour time frame. This move down that started on the 13th, 14th of March was labeled or is labeled as A wave. So just the first wave basically of this fourth wave correction. The move to the upside has been labeled a B wave, which is the corrective rally after the initial decline. It's basically the correction within the correction. It's a difficult structure to deal with, but actually this one has been moving absolutely in line with expectations and forecast. So it's just moving in line with the ideal, normally what you would ideally expect. And as soon as this B wave is complete, we should see the C wave to the downside. This B wave ideally was supposed to reach here the target area, which is highlighted in white, between 69,921 and 75,107. That area was reached, and I don't see any evidence, however, that it's finished. Also, as per the wave count, I'd like to see one more high in this structure. And you can see the structure is defined as follows: A wave, B wave, C wave. And in the C wave then, we have a wave 1, we had a wave 2, had a wave 3, this here is the wave 4, and then one more high in wave 5. And it could reach the area between 73K and 75K. Of course, the top could be in a little bit earlier, but movement to the downside currently looks very corrective, which means we have overlapping price action, which normally suggests trend continuation higher before in the C wave to the downside, we're going to test the orange zone again. So I prefer still short-term trend continuation higher to the upside here in wave 5 of C of B. The wave 4 support is between 66,678 and 69,614. As long as lower level support here or micro support is holding, one more high is expected. At the same time, we can see a break of the same area. Basically here the level 66,678, we can see a break of that level as confirmation that a top has formed in wave B, or at least as an indication. We would need to see a little bit more structure to then confirm it's actually the C wave. So that's sort of what we would need to see, right? the break of that. But as long as it's not broken, expectations are for one more high. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment, also because it would look best as per the structure. As I said, that one more high could take the price to the next fib levels, 73K, maybe even 75K here as per the yellow wave count. And so yeah, we'll continue to offer support levels until one breaks, and that would be our confirmation that a top has formed. Looking at the microstructure then in this correction, it's a little bit difficult to say which one exactly it is, but this was probably the A wave, B wave rally might have topped here, and maybe we get one more low in wave C, but the microstructures are absolutely not helpful in these environments because we only track them really to identify if there is a first impulse to the upside or anything. Here, I could also say the wave 4 might have bottomed. Yeah, the wave 4 might have bottomed, but then wave 5 would probably be, well, the thing is, this C wave here that I'm tracking, yeah, is an ending diagonal anyway. So I see 3 waves from yesterday's low. Normally that would be a confirmation that this is just a B wave, but because we're dealing with an ending diagonal, the move to the upside, you know, it could literally be this, A, B, C, and that would be it, you know. And if we now see a surge above yesterday's high, it's here the, what is that, 70,800 level, that could indicate that this is the C wave that will take us higher, okay? I just don't have any strong confirmation that a low is in, so I just need to see a little bit more upside momentum to confirm that wave 4 already bottomed. Until then, I think it's wise to at least consider or be prepared for a test of possibly the next micro support at 68,477 or 67,572. Because otherwise you'll be surprised. You don't want to be surprised. But certainly the wave 4 is nice and healthy. It's done what it needed to do. I can only share that normally the ideal target for a fourth wave is the 38.2 retracement. That would be in this case 68,477. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.